Of course, I'm going to answer this question because so many people have asked me. Also, I'm probably going to do a few videos on this because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to cram it all into one 3-minute video. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to recommend is a baby carrier. Reason being is because when you get to the aircraft, obviously you have to hand your pram into them, and sometimes there can be a little bit of a wait from when you board the plane to when you get to the aircraft. If you had a flight like me, you would have to get a bus from where you're boarding to the actual aircraft, and obviously you have to fold the pram down and everything like that. So a baby carrier really saved me. It's also great for when you're landing. You can just pop it on before you're landing, and then it's all ready for when you've landed to just pop baby in, because sometimes there can be quite a queue in border control on the opposite side. Also as well, they usually do put the prams out before the suitcases, but in my case that didn't happen. So to have Nova in my carrier was so much easier for me, because it means I could have my hands free to sort of grab suitcases and that whilst we waited for our pram. My second bit of advice would be is when you're taking off and landing, to feed baby, especially if your baby doesn't like loud noises like my little girl. And also when you're landing, I don't know about you, but my ears really hurt from the pressure, and I think Nova was the same, because she did get a little bit unsettled when landing. So giving her that bottle really helped with her ears, because the sucking sensation stopped that. Also, when you're traveling with a baby, really don't worry about routine. I had so many messages asking me about our routine whilst we're on holiday, or our routine whilst we were on the plane. To be completely honest with you, we didn't really have one, because we're on holiday, you know. Our routine's gonna change, and I'm gonna do what works best for me and my family and Nova, obviously. We had a 3 AM pickup, so our flight was at 6 o'clock in the morning, so it was really early. Usually Nova sleeps throughout the night, but obviously because of how early our pickup was, she had a couple of extra bottles, which I really didn't worry about. I just gave them to her. Do whatever you can to make your life as easy as possible when traveling, because it is bloody stressful. And also do whatever you can to keep your baby sane and happy. Don't worry about routine, and don't worry about traveling with a baby, because it is a lot easier than you think it is. In my opinion, traveling with a baby is easier than traveling with a toddler. My 3-year-old was a lot harder work than my 4-month-old. Another little bit of advice for like airport travel and things like that is to take entertainment for your toddler for the plane. Make sure that they've got enough to entertain them. Our flight was 4 hours long, so I just made sure I had colouring books and little things like that, stickers, and a couple of his small little favourite toys, just to keep him occupied.